All right, we're going to continue in our reading packet. You guys are going to be working on pages 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. We're going to answer some questions together. And then the last 4 or 5 questions you guys are going to answer on your own, but with a partner. And I'm going to partner you guys up. Got it? Okay. So go to this story right here, Losing Power. Okay. Attention, students. Miss Johnson clapped her hands to get everyone's attention. We will be dismissing school early today. Miss Johnson paused as a ripple of excitement passed through the classroom. Because of the blizzard, we've called your parents and they should pick you up shortly. Those students who ride the bus should head outside immediately. Pause as a ripple of excitement passed through the classroom. Anybody know what most kids they metaphor? Simile or metaphor? Metaphor because they don't have the word as. Well, actually, it doesn't. Um, but have you ever thrown like a rock in a pond that's very still, and then there's like little ripples on the water? That's what they're talking about. So think about it. The whole class was excited, so there was a ripple of excitement across the room because they got to go to school early. Leave school early. Okay. Carla stood up and quickly packed away her notebooks and pencils. She wanted to get one of the good seats on the bus and knew she had to hurry. Outside, it was pure chaos. The first snowflakes were already starting to fall, and crowds of children waited to get on the bus. By the time Carla hopped off the bus at the end of her block, the snow was falling thickly. The ground was covered in white, and the bus's tires made black paths in the powder. Carla watched as new snowflakes quickly made the tracks disappear again. So it was snow was falling really, really hard. When Carla walked through the front door, her parents were already home. They had been to the grocery store and stocked up on candles, water, milk, bread, and canned foods for several days. So how do they get prepared? Well, they stocked up, okay, with supplies. 6 years ago, there had been a blizzard, and her parents weren't prepared. This time, they wouldn't make the same mistake. Carla couldn't remember the last blizzard. She had only been 3 years old at the time. Why do we need candles, Dad? Carla asked. So what do you think? Why would they need candles? Julian? Stay warm. Okay, fine. So stay warm. What else? The power could go out. The power could go out. Okay. Sometimes the electricity goes out when there are blizzards. Snow builds up on power lines, and all of that weight can cause a power line to break. Once a power line breaks, our electricity goes off. So he's explaining what happens why do we need candles, right? He's explaining that to her. When this happens during a blizzard, it can take the electricity company longer to fix the problem, said her father. Because of the snow? Carla asked. Exactly, her dad nodded in approval. The roads are often blocked so hard for the trucks to make it to the broken power lines. They switched on the television to watch the news. The weather forecast said that it was going to snow for another 12 hours. Carla smiled. If it snowed for 12 hours, for 12 more hours, she would definitely not have to have school the next day. Carla spent the rest of the afternoon building a snowman and practicing in the neighborhood and participating in the neighborhood snowball fight. When she came in for dinner, her cheeks were red from the cold. The house felt warm and toasty. I'm on the next page. Carla decided that she liked blizzards. Carla had just bitten into her enchiladas. Ooh. When all of a sudden the power went out. The house was plugged into total darkness. Carla, her mother said, are you okay? I'm going to get some candles. A moment later, a light flickered as her mother set a candle in the middle of the table. Carla thought the shadows that the candlelight cast on her parents' faces made it look like they were about to tell ghost stories. Yeah, like have you ever like you're camping and they put the flashlight underneath you? Ooh. Okay, kind of like that. The darkness suddenly seemed a little bit scary. Her father went outside and came back to report that the entire neighborhood didn't have power. It looked like the power wouldn't come back on that night. Will the heat go off? Carla asked her dad. Well, we will be able to use the will we be able to use the water? Don't worry, sweetie, said her father. The heat and the water are both still on. Carla looked at him, confused. How could the heat and the water work if all the electricity didn't work? Come with me, her father said. I'll show you in the basement. He said, I'll show you in the basement. In the basement was a big metal tank with pipes coming out of it. That's the boiler, said her father. Our heat runs on gas, not electricity. As long as the gas pipes don't break, we'll still have heat. The water is the same way. It runs through pipes in the ground, and as long as those pipes don't freeze, we'll be able to have running water. Carla thought about this. So there are three different systems in our house, she asked. Her father nodded. Cool, she said. They went back upstairs and finished dinner. Afterwards, Carla and her mom made s'mores by melting marshmallows over candle flames. When Carla went to sleep that night, she felt lucky. It was cold and snowing outside, but she had a warm bed to sleep in. Yeah, she'd be grateful if you have that. All right, number one. Why is Carla able to leave school early? Give me a complete sentence. Joanne? There was a blizzard that was about to hit the town. Okay? But what I'm going to use part of the question. Okay? School is dismissed early due to a blizzard. Okay? We'll do number two, and then I'll give you time to copy that. What are the two most important characters in the story? And her mom and dad. Okay? Or, well, Kayla and her dad. Really? Okay? Uh, but look, am I just going to put Carla and her dad? No. Use part of this of the question. The two most important characters in the story are Carla and her dad. The two most important characters in the story. The two most important characters in the story are Carla and her papa, her dad. All right. Three. Blizzards can have both good and bad effects. What evidence in the story supports this conclusion? So they had a blizzard, right? There were some good things that happened because of it, but there were not some good things. Okay, and keep going. They didn't have to go to school, so she had a snow day, right? They still had heat, yes. So one of the good things that Carly enjoys playing in the snow. Okay. Yet her house loses power. So yeah, it was a good thing. She got to play in the snow, but no. Her house yet loses power. Okay. 4 says, why does Carla decide she likes blizzards in the first half of the story?
Because there was no school.
There was no school. Keep going. There were a couple more things that she liked having a blizzard around.
She didn't have to go to school, and she got to play in the snow with her friends.
She got to play with snow and her friends.
And she didn't know how to go to school.
Yeah, somebody just told me that.
She got to have a snowball fight.
She got to have a snowball fight. What else? There's one more thing. She built a snowman. Do you notice the tune that I was singing? Do you want to build a snowman? Okay. So Carla enjoys building a snowman and participating in a snowball fight. Oh man, that must have been fun. Ooh, like on that reminds me, snowball fight. I relate it to, or I make a connection to Elf, the movie, right? Where he gathers all the snowfall and he beats them up. That was awesome. Question 5. Okay, what is the main idea of the story?
There was a blizzard, and school was dismissed.
Okay, but did they talk about how school being dismissed throughout the whole story? That was just one part. That was a detail, right? Now, there was a blizzard, correct? Yes. Okay. What did they just talk about the bad stuff that happened?
Both.
Or they talked about the good stuff and the bad stuff?
Both.
Both. Okay. And Carla is the main character. So Carla experiences the good and bad effects of a blizzard. This is number 5. All right, number 6 says, read the sentences and answer the question. Well, here are the sentences. When Carla walked through the front door, her parents were already home. They had been to the grocery store, and stocked up on candles, water, milk, bread, and canned food for several days. 6 years ago, there had been a blizzard, and her parents weren't prepared. This time, they wouldn't make the same mistake. What does the phrase "stock up" mean? So, what is this phrase right here? Stock up. What does that mean in the text? What do you guys think?
Getting a lot of supplies to be safe.
Okay, so getting a lot of supplies, right? So I'm going to use it like this. The phrase stocked up. Oops, hold on. My bad. Let's do it this way. The phrase stocked up means increased a supply of something. Or in layman's terms, okay, it's to gather supplies of certain items. A lot, okay, a large amount of supplies. Don't have a cal. Give me a second. So again, the phrase stocked up means increased a supply of something. Okay, and number 7, it says, what word or phrase best completes the sentence? The electricity can go out when there are blizzards. Blank snow can cause power lines to break. So the electricity can go out when there are blizzards and snow can cause power lines to break? Tell me.
So.
So snow can cause power?
Can.
Okay, it's because. Cause and effect, right? The electricity can go out when there are power, the electricity can go out when there are blizzards because the snow can cause power lines to break. Okay? The power lines breaks, then we don't have electricity.